Remember when Saturday mornings were all about cereal, cartoons, and the coolest toys ever? If you grew up in the 90s, your toy box was a treasure chest of pure magic. But here's the kicker. Many of those iconic toys? Gone, forgotten, almost like they never existed. Today, we're digging them up. Welcome to another blast from the past. In this video, we're rewinding to the glorious 90s to uncover 10 classic toys that once ruled our childhoods but have since mysteriously vanished. From the playground to the TV commercials that made us beg our parents, these toys shaped who we are today. But why did they disappear, and where did they go? Stick around because we've got fascinating facts, mind-blowing curiosities, and a shocking cliffhanger that ties directly into our next nostalgia trip. Who remembers POGs? Those colorful little cardboard discs caused playground wars across the world. Inspired by a Hawaiian milk cap game, POGs became a full-blown craze by 1993. Kids collected, traded, and smashed them with metal slammers, hoping to win their friends' prized pieces. But their downfall? Schools banned them, calling them a gambling tool for kids, which parents didn't like one bit. By the late 90s, the fad vanished almost overnight, leaving collectors with shoeboxes of forgotten circles. Today, they exist only in eBay listings and our childhood memories. What a wild ride for a simple piece of cardboard. Tamagotchis were the ultimate 90s digital pet. If you didn't have one hanging from your backpack, were you even cool? Created by Bandai in 1996, these pocket-sized keychains required constant care, feeding, cleaning, playing, like a real pet. But their steep learning curve frustrated many kids, leading to death screens that felt oddly tragic. As gaming consoles advanced, Tamagotchis lost their appeal, replaced by mobile apps and more interactive digital experiences. They've tried comebacks, but nothing captures that original craze. Yet, who else still remembers the panic when your Tamagotchi beeped in class? Skip It. The Skip It was the ultimate backyard challenge. Strap it on your ankle, spin the counter, and jump, over and over. Introduced by Tiger Electronics in the early 90s, it became a hit thanks to catchy TV jingles and kids' competitive spirit. But as video games took over and playground games faded, Skip It couldn't keep up. Plus, safety concerns about twisted ankles and scrapes didn't help its longevity. Still, nothing beat the joy of setting a new personal record while the counter ticked away. Anyone else still hears that jingle in their head? Yak Bak. Before smartphones, there was Yak Bak. This tiny voice recorder let kids record and playback messages, often in hilarious, distorted voices. Released by Yes Entertainment in 1994, it was like carrying a prank machine in your pocket. But as technology advanced with MP3 players and phones with built-in recorders, Yak Baks became obsolete. They faded into obscurity, remembered mostly by those of us who annoyed our siblings with endless, silly recordings. It was low-tech fun, but pure 90s gold. Did you have one? Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong, the muscular, goo-filled action figure that could stretch several feet without snapping, was a marvel of 90s toy engineering. Originally from the 70s, it made a massive comeback in the 90s. But the novelty wore off as newer, flashier action figures with lights and sounds dominated toy aisles. Plus, let's be honest, once it tore, it was game over, and many ended up sticky messes in the trash. Despite attempts to revive it, Stretch Armstrong never fully bounced back. Still, that stretchy sensation is unforgettable. Moon shoes. Who didn't want to defy gravity with moon shoes? Marketed as mini trampolines for your feet, these clunky plastic contraptions promise to make you bounce like you were on the moon. Released by Nickelodeon in the 90s, every kid wanted a pair after seeing them on TV. But in reality, they were awkward, unstable, and occasionally dangerous. Hello, twisted ankles. Parents quickly caught on and sales dropped. While they made brief returns, the era of moon shoes truly belongs to the 90s kids who dared to bounce and sometimes fall. Waterful ring toss. Before mobile games, there was the Waterful ring toss. This handheld water toy was simple. Push a button to create bubbles that float tiny rings onto posts inside a water-filled container. It was endlessly frustrating yet mesmerizing. But as Game Boys and Tamagotchis emerged, toys like this felt ancient overnight. They couldn't compete with pixels and beeping sounds. Still, nothing beat the quiet satisfaction of finally landing every ring. A relic of simpler times, the Waterful ring toss now lives in antique shops and retro collections. Creepy crawlers. Creepy crawlers let kids play mad scientist, cooking up rubbery bugs in a small toy oven. First launched in the 60s but rebooted in the 90s, it was the gross-out toy every kid needed. But safety concerns over heating elements and the potential for burns led parents to steer clear. Additionally, toys began focusing on digital experiences rather than hands-on crafting. Though it made brief returns, Creepy Crawlers never regained its creepy crown. Admit it, though, you loved grossing out your siblings with those rubbery spiders. Yak Bak was Nickelodeon's weird, squishy, stretchy slime that made the most wonderfully disgusting sounds. Introduced in the early 90s, it became a must-have toy, especially thanks to Nickelodeon's heavy branding, but concerns over its chemical smell and reports of it sticking to carpets, hair, and pets led to its decline. Parents weren't thrilled to scrape neon goop off furniture. Eventually, safer slimes and DIY versions replaced Yak, but nothing beats the original's gross factor. The smell, the texture, it's all seared into 90s kids' memories. Furby was the creepy yet adorable electronic pet that learned to talk. Released in 1998, it flew off shelves during holidays, becoming one of the most coveted toys. But the charm quickly wore off when Furbies started talking in the middle of the night, creeping out kids and parents alike. By the early 2000s, sales dwindled as newer tech like interactive robots and gaming consoles took over. Furbies have had reboots, but they've never captured that original magic or nightmare fuel. Speaking of nightmares, our next video dives into the creepiest toys from the 90s that you won't believe were ever sold. Stay tuned. Quick question. Which of these toys did you own? Or was there a different 90s toy you loved that we didn't mention? Drop it in the comments below. Let's see which toy gets the most nostalgic love. We've just traveled through 10 unforgettable 90s toys that sadly faded away with time. From POGs to Furby, each had its time to shine before disappearing from store shelves. But which of these do you wish would make a proper comeback? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash the bell icon so you never miss a nostalgic deep dive. More epic 90s content is coming your way.